Welcome back to Investing Talk podcast. Sometimes, a company just appears and grabs everyone's attention.
It sure does.
And today we're talking about one of those companies,
Yep.
Firefly Neuroscience.
That's right.
Trading as AIFF.
Mm-hmm.
And they are really at the crossroads of medtech and AI
Yeah, they are.
and making some serious waves lately,
They are.
especially after being accepted into Nvidia's super exclusive Connect program.
Yeah, that is a big deal.
Huge deal.
And it really does help explain, I think, why we saw AIFF's stock price
Oh, yeah.
go absolutely crazy on February 11th,
Bonkers.
jumping over 120% before noon.
120%. I mean,
I know, it's wild.
come on.
Yeah.
We saw almost 125 million shares traded that day.
Right.
Compared to their average of just over 2 million.
It's a huge amount of volume.
Clearly something has got investors just so fired up.
For sure.
But is this all hype, or is there real substance behind Firefly Neuroscience?
That's the question.
That's what we're going to break down for today.
Let's do it.
Let's separate the signal from the noise.
Okay.
First things first. Firefly Neuroscience is all about brain health.
Mm-hmm.
They're using AI and a platform they developed called Brain Network Analytics,
Right.
or BNA,
Yeah.
to change how we diagnose and treat brain disorders.
Big goal.
Okay, so BNA, got it.
Yeah.
And to be clear, this platform is already FDA cleared, so it's not just some pie-in-the-sky idea.
Yo.
But what really caught my eye,
Yeah.
and apparently everyone else's,
It seems that way.
is their ambition to build a foundation model of the human brain.
It's a big one.
Can you explain what that even means,
Yeah.
why it's such a big deal?
Sure. So think of it this way. Imagine having a super detailed 3D map of the brain
Okay.
that shows not just the structures, but how they all work together in real time.
Okay.
That's essentially what Firefly is aiming for.
Wow.
They want to create a model that can simulate the complexity of the human brain. This could be revolutionary for understanding things like Alzheimer's,
Right.
Parkinson's, even depression.
It's like having a Google Maps for the brain.
Yeah.
But instead of streets and buildings, it's neurons and synapses firing away.
Exactly.
That's pretty amazing.
It is.
And this is where Nvidia comes in.
Yes.
They're the powerhouse behind all this AI muscle that Firefly needs.
That's right. Nvidia's AI technology is top of the line, and with their resources, Firefly can analyze massive amounts of data
Right.
from their BNA platform way faster and more efficiently than ever before.
Wow.
This partnership gives them a real shot at building this groundbreaking foundation model.
All right, back to the stock for a second.
Okay.
We talked about that crazy price surge.
Mm-hmm.
The stock is clearly in an uptrend.
Yeah,
It's blown past its 50-day and 200-day moving averages,
it has.
which, just to remind everyone, are key indicators of a stock's overall trend.
That's right.
But with a beta of 3.42,
Yeah.
this thing is volatile.
Oh, yeah.
You're basically strapped into a rocket.
It's a wild ride.
No doubt about it.
AIFF is high risk, high reward right now.
It is.
The Relative Strength Index, or RSI,
Right.
which measures the speed and change of price movements,
Yeah.
is likely above 70.
Okay.
That's a sign the stock might be overbought,
Yeah.
meaning it could be due for a pullback.
Makes sense.
But at the same time,
Right.
there's that Nvidia partnership looming large,
Yeah.
which is generating a lot of justified excitement.
Clearly.
So yeah, buckle up.
For sure. So let's talk brass tacks.
Okay.
Firefly's financials. Their revenue is,
How do we say this?
shall we say, modest.
Modest. Yeah.
Just $74,000 in the last 12 months.
It's small.
And they're in the red, losing over $7.75 million.
Not profitable yet.
How do we square this with all the potential we're talking about?
Well, it's true. Firefly is very much in its early innings.
Okay.
They're prioritizing research and development right now, which is expensive.
Yeah.
Especially when you're building something as complex as a foundation model of the brain.
Sure.
The Nvidia partnership is a huge validation of their approach,
Right.
but it's not going to magically turn them profitable overnight.
So patience is key here.
I think so.
It sounds like the Nvidia deal is more about long-term potential than short-term gains.
Yeah, I'd say so.
But what about the competition?
Yeah, that's a good point.
Firefly's going up against some absolute behemoths
They are.
in the tech and healthcare worlds.
Uh-huh.
Can they really hold their own?
Well, it's a David versus Goliath scenario, no question.
It is.
But Firefly has a couple of things going for them.
Okay.
They're laser focused on brain health,
Right.
which is a niche with huge unmet needs.
Yeah.
And they're combining their unique BNA platform with Nvidia's AI firepower,
Yeah.
putting them in a strong position to become leaders in this emerging field.
Okay. So we've got Groundbreaking tech, a major partnership,
We do.
and a massive potential market.
Yep.
But it's early days,
Uh-huh.
and there's a lot that could still go wrong.
Absolutely.
We're all on the edge of our seats, waiting for their next earnings report on February 21st.
Yeah, that's going to be a big one.
That could be the next big catalyst for this stock.
For sure, those earnings are going to give us more insight into their financial progress.
I hope so.
And hopefully some updates on how the Nvidia collaboration is playing out.
Fingers crossed.
It's going to be an interesting couple of weeks leading up to that.
No doubt about it now for our listeners.
Yeah.
Let's zoom out a bit
Okay.
and talk about the bigger picture.
Right.
If Firefly pulls this off,
Right?
if they actually build this foundation model of the brain,
Uh-huh.
what could that mean for healthcare, for technology,
Yeah.
for our understanding of ourselves?
That's where things get truly fascinating, and we'll dive into that right after a quick word from our sponsors.
Don't go anywhere.
We'll be right back. We were just talking about the potential of Firefly's foundation model of the brain. It's mind-boggling to think about what this could unlock.
Totally. We're talking about possibly like rewiring how we approach brain health.
Yeah,
Everything from diagnosis to treatment.
I think so.
What gets me excited is this idea of personalized medicine
Mm-hmm.
based on an individual's unique brain network.
Yeah, that's the holy grail, isn't it?
It is.
Imagine treatments that are so precise.
Right.
They can target the root cause of a disorder
Yeah.
with minimal side effects.
Wow.
We're talking about a potential paradigm shift in how we treat things like Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, even mental health conditions like depression.
It's almost like moving from a one-size-fits-all approach to bespoke tailoring for the brain.
I like that.
But let's bring it back to those following AIFF.
Okay.
What are the immediate takeaways for investors from this Nvidia partnership?
Well, first and foremost, it's a massive vote of confidence in Firefly's technology.
Definitely.
Nvidia is a giant in AI.
Huge.
And their backing lends serious credibility to what Firefly is doing.
It's not just a pat on the back.
It's not.
It's access to resources most companies can only dream of.
Exactly. Firefly gets to tap into Nvidia's expertise, their cutting-edge hardware, their vast computing power.
Right.
These are resources that would have taken Firefly years and a ton of money to develop on their own.
So this partnership puts them on the fast track.
Definitely.
But even with all of this, what are the risks investors need to be aware of?
Sure, we can't ignore the risks.
Of course.
Like we said earlier, Firefly is still in its early stages.
Yeah.
There's always the chance they won't be able to execute on their ambition goals.
It happens.
They still need to prove they can translate their research into commercially viable products.
Right. Plus, even with Nvidia's support, there are bound to be technical hurdles, delays, unforeseen challenges.
Oh, for sure.
And let's not forget the financial side of things.
Right.
They're burning through cash right now.
Yeah.
And they might need to raise more capital down the line,
Uh-huh. Mhm.
which could dilute existing shareholders.
It's possible.
We also can't ignore the competition.
No, we can't.
It's fierce.
It is.
Big pharma, established tech giants, and a whole slew of well-funded startups are all vying for a piece of the neuroscience pie.
There's a lot of competition out there.
So there are no guarantees here.
Not at all.
That's the reality of investing in a cutting-edge field.
Right.
High risk, but the potential payoff could be huge.
It could.
It's all about carefully assessing that risk-reward equation.
Yeah.
And that's why doing your own research is so crucial.
It is.
Don't just jump on the bandwagon because you saw a crazy stock price move.
Right.
Dig deep, understand Firefly's technology, their financials, their competitive landscape.
Absolutely. Investing should be an informed decision, not an emotional one.
Well said. So for those who are intrigued by Firefly, what should they be paying attention to in the coming weeks and months?
First and foremost, the upcoming earnings report on February 21st.
Yeah.
That's going to give us a clearer picture of their financial health and
Okay.
any updates on the Nvidia collaboration. Keep an eye out for any news about new partnerships or collaborations.
Okay.
That would be another indicator of their progress and growing influence in the field.
Got it. And of course, any developments related to their BNA platform and their progress towards building that foundation model of the brain.
That's key.
This is a fast-moving space.
It is.
So staying informed is essential.
Absolutely.
So we've been talking a lot about Firefly Neuroscience and,
Yeah.
their partnership with Nvidia, all this groundbreaking technology.
Right.
But let's kind of take a step back for a second
Okay.
and think about the bigger picture.
The big picture.
If Firefly succeeds in building this foundation model of the brain,
Uh-huh.
What could that mean for humanity?
Yeah, the implications are really vast, you know?
Right.
Imagine a world where we have a deep, comprehensive understanding of how the human brain works.
Yeah.
This could lead to breakthroughs in so many areas, not just healthcare.
Right. We've been focusing a lot on, the potential for treating brain disorders,
Yeah,
which is obviously huge.
of course.
But it could have ripple effects
Oh, yeah.
across other fields, too.
Absolutely. Think about education.
Yeah.
Imagine tailoring learning methods
Okay.
to individual brain structures and functions,
Yeah.
or consider advancements in artificial intelligence.
Uh-huh.
This deeper understanding of the human brain could fuel the development of even more sophisticated AI systems.
It's like opening up a whole new frontier
It is.
of knowledge and possibilities.
It is.
But with such powerful technology,
Yeah.
there are always concerns, right?
Yeah.
What about the ethical implications?
Yeah, you're right. We can't shy away from those questions with any groundbreaking technology.
Yeah.
There's always the potential for misuse.
I mean, yeah.
Data privacy is a big one. We need to ensure that sensitive brain data is protected and used responsibly.
It's like we're on the verge of this whole new era of brain science.
Yeah.
And we need to be prepared for the challenges that come with it.
We do.
We need to have, open and honest conversations about the ethical boundaries and safeguards we need to put in place.
Absolutely. It's crucial that we have these discussions now as this technology is developing
Right.
to ensure that it benefits humanity in a safe and responsible way.
So for our listeners out there, who are interested in learning more about Firefly and the future of brain health and technology,
Yeah.
where should they start?
Well, Firefly's website is a great resource.
Okay.
They have detailed information about their technology, their team, and their vision.
And you can also find articles and news coverage about them online.
Oh, yeah.
Just search for Firefly Neuroscience and AIFF, and you'll find plenty of information.
Lots of stuff out there.
And of course, stay tuned to Investing Talk podcast for future updates on Firefly
Yes.
and other cutting-edge companies that are shaping the future.
Absolutely.
We'll continue to bring you in-depth analysis and insights to help you navigate this exciting
Very exciting.
and rapidly evolving world.
Fast moving.
Thanks for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
And don't forget to subscribe to Investing Talk podcast. Share this episode with your friends and leave us a comment with your thoughts on Firefly Neuroscience.
We want to hear from you.
We'd love to hear from you.
Oh.